So I know that in my last video, I said that I was YouTube depressed, especially after my most profitable month on YouTube. The most money that I've made so far, I was riding high, but then something hit me and I lost all motivation. Football season ended, my numbers went down. I just didn't feel the need to go out and make content, even though I would just lay around and do nothing. I would think about content, I would think about creating content, but I just wouldn't get up and do it. And at these times, sometimes you look for motivation any way you can find it. You just look for a spark to get you reinvigorated and reinterested in some of the things that you really love to do. Because I love making videos. I love entertaining people. I love educating people if I can. But for some reason during that time, I just had no willpower. And for me, I look to friends and I look to family and they just weren't there. So when it comes to this YouTube game, so when it comes to just being the person you want to be, building the channel that you want to build, providing the content that you want to provide, you have to look from within. You cannot depend on family and friends. They will not support you. I'm sorry. You would think that the ones closest to you, the ones that you have been behind and been a rock for your entire life, would be there to lift you up, would be there to give you the support of just clicking a button and letting a video run. But unfortunately, it is not there. And I think that that may have been part of the problem for me. Even within my household, even within my closest family and friends, I did not have the support that I thought that I needed. And it's crazy because I would have people come to me in my household and tell me, listen, I watch these people. They're very entertaining. And they show me their videos. They're like, come here, look at this. And I sit there and watch people doing exactly what I'm doing. Now, they may be more talented than I will not even dispute that. But the simple fact that you're sitting here all day and you're watching other people, but you're not supporting me, you're commenting on other people's videos, but you don't comment on mine, but you say that you love me. And I had to get out of the mind frame and the mindset of depending upon others, especially the ones that you feel can let you down the easiest. My brother, he calls me constantly telling me about some YouTuber that he watches and how entertaining they are and how he doesn't miss an episode. And he'll ask me, he'll say, hey, do you still do YouTube? And I'm like, bruh, I've been doing this for 3 years. I put out multiple videos per week up until February. But I would have thought that, hey, at least one of those could have been me. So it just tells me you cannot rely on the support of family and friends. You have to look from within. But more importantly for me, I had people that I met on the internet. I had people that I streamed with. I had strangers to me years ago that support me the most. And even they couldn't get me out of that funk. They tried to talk me out of it. They tried to help me, but I had to get out of it myself. And it's crazy to me that it takes one little thing, one little spark to motivate you to get you back into the game. And for me, it doesn't take much. Like, it's something simple that makes me happy. I'm a very simple individual. Like, it doesn't take much. And for me, the one thing was, and this was last week, that I was just laying there doing nothing as usual, watching YouTube, studying how to get better, even though I was not making videos. And this video popped up and I wasn't paying any attention. And I looked up and it caught my eye. And I started watching the video and listening to what the guy was talking about. And he was talking about how to make better thumbnails. So I sat there and I studied it. I watched it about 3 times in a row. Then I jumped on my computer and I started trying to emulate what he was doing. And the crazy part was, after making one of the thumbnails, how he showed me to make it, for some reason, I got a whole new life. It was like I've never done YouTube before, and I was just so excited to jump back into it. And since watching that video, I've made 4 videos 4 days in a row. But this time around, what I said to myself was, you know what? Going into this, I'm not going to let everything be predicated on the numbers. Because sometimes you look at the numbers and feel like, hey, if I get a lot of numbers, I get a lot of likes and views on this video, it's going to predicate the success or the level of ego that I have, that I did a good job with this video. And to me, after watching that video and being reinvigorated once again, I said, you know what? I'm just going to turn off my YouTube studio. I'm going to release these videos, and whatever happens is going to happen. I'm going to let the chips lie where they may. And once this did happen, all 3 of the videos did very well. 3rd video blew up, especially for what I was getting over the last couple of months. And I just released the video a few hours ago, and within the first 20 minutes, it's done extremely well. And it just took for me to find something different, something for me to change, to spark my interest once again. So when I tell you, don't quit, don't give up on YouTube. If this is your dream, there are going to be highs and lows. There are going to be lulls. There are going to be times that you're going to be hot as fish grease. Your videos are going to just jump off and explode. And there are going to be other times when you thought I made the greatest video ever and they're not going to get the views, but you can't let that stop you. I'm realizing right now that if I really want this, and I know that I work extremely hard in everything that I do, I'm going to have to work even harder. Even the times where I'm down and laying there thinking I don't want to make a video, I have to get up and make a video. I have to put something out there just at least to get my name out there, because I've been doing YouTube for 3 years. And there are people finding me now saying, I didn't even know you were out there. So there is a large sector of people that have never seen you. But once you catch on, it's going to spread like wildfire. So that's what I'm trying to teach people here. Don't give up. I know I almost gave up. Don't follow in my footsteps. I almost gave up because, you know, you do the work, you feel like you should reap the rewards. And it's not always monetary. It's just being appreciated for everything that you do. And I just felt like I wasn't being appreciated in the space that I'm in. But then I had to get back to thinking, I'm not doing it for the accolades. I'm not doing it for other people to tell me I'm doing a great job or this video is hot, because I don't like attention. Honestly, I don't like people telling me good or bad. I just like putting stuff out there and hoping that it does well, because this is something that I'm trying to make a career out of. And I can't let the pitfalls stop me. I had to go rewatch the Steve Jobs story. I am not as brilliant as Steve Jobs, but in watching his story, as brilliant as he was, as many ideas as he had, there was a certain period of time people weren't rocking with his vision. And they thought he was crazy until he proved them wrong, but he stuck with it. And if he had not stuck with it, I wouldn't be recording on this device that I'm recording on now. I wouldn't have the phone that I have now. So I can't give up. You can't give up. Sometimes you just have to find that one little thing that gives you that spark, that gives you that push to get your creative juices flowing, but it's there. And if it's something that you really and truly want, stick with it. I remember a word from the military: stick to itiveness. No matter how much you fail, no matter how much you fall, you have to get up and keep going. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get up. And I had to realize that. I had to remember that just because you had success early, it's not always going to be that way. And it's crazy because I've seen it before. I've had times where I got 1,000 subscribers within 2 weeks. And there were times where I got 1,000 subscribers over 8 months. Like there were times, there were months that I got 2-3 subscribers a month. So I should already be aware. I should already be cognizant of the fact that, listen, it's a roller coaster ride. There's nothing steady about YouTube, but you just have to keep pushing. You can't rely on your friends. You can't rely on your family. Rely on yourself. Look from within, get that motivation from within you, and do the best that you can. Study YouTube. It's fluid. It's ever changing. You can't look at somebody else and say, all right, I'm going to emulate that. You can just take bits and pieces and make it your own, because I think YouTube is about individuality. I think that what makes people pop off, what makes people get and go viral, is that they're genuine and they're being themselves. They're not actually putting on an act. They're not putting on a front. They're not trying to be what you think that other people want you to be, or sending out your representatives for the camera. It's that authenticity that gets them by. So it may be rough. It may be hard. Your videos may flop, but you never know, because it only takes one video to change your entire life. And I have to keep remembering that. I have to keep my eye on the prize and keep focused and know this is what I want to do. I do not want to work for somebody else for the remainder of my life. I'm already 50 years old. Don't know how much time I have left on this earth, and I don't want to live it making somebody else money while I'm living off scraps. While the economy's changing, while prices of food and gas are going up, my paycheck's not. But I can control it if I can get a hold of this YouTube thing and make this a career and do what I need, because I'll put out the output that I need to put out for myself. If I'm making money, if I'm successful at YouTube, I'll do videos all day, every day. I told y'all last time, I wasn't going to make it months before I put out a new video, and here I am. Now that I have this new thumbnail system down, I'm just eager to get in there and make thumbnails and to make videos off the thumbnails. Like, that's all that it took for me, was just a little change, a little tweak. And as you can see, my thumbnail started here and we ended up here. And just from this to that changed everything about my outlook on YouTube and making videos. And it's not always the success of numbers. It's about the consistency and how steady you are and how willing you are to grow and how hard you're trying to work. It may come easy for some, but it's not going to be easy for everybody. So you can't give up. And as always, anybody has questions about YouTube, I'll share any knowledge that I have. I am not an expert, but I do know some things. I've been through everything under the sun. I've been demonetized. I've had a viral video. I've had videos flop that I put hours of time into. So I've been through it all. I've done editing styles, I've done thumbnails, I've done scripts, I've done it all. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, because I am very, very accessible, because I want to grow and I want people to come along with me, because everybody can win at YouTube. Everybody. There is no stopping that person from this person. There's no competition. There's just great content and people that watch it. So once again, don't give up. Follow your dreams and listen. Let's go. Let's get this money. Let's make the success. Let's be our own bosses. And I promise you, like I said before, I'm not going to go months or weeks without putting up new videos. I am here to stay. I'm reinvigorated and I'm going to do what I need to do. So until next time, y'all, you know what it is.